In this video, I'm gonna show you how to juggle inverted box, and I'm so excited to show you this because this is literally my favorite trick in juggling. And even though it's pretty hard on its own, it's also an entry for even more complicated and fun patterns like this one. You didn't see me drop right there. And this one. And even more complicated stuff than that, but before I get carried away, let me just show you how to juggle inverted box.
And by the way, in case you don't already know me, my name is Fly Juggler Bennett Santor. I've been juggling for over a decade. I'm an international juggling champion. I've juggled 9 balls, and now I get to teach juggling to hundreds of thousands of people like you guys through my social media presence. Anyways, back to the video.
And by the way, if you don't already have it by now, I really recommend you get a set of professional juggling balls. I offer some at flyjuggling.com. I personally think these are the best in the world, but of course I'm a little bit biased. But whatever set that you find works for you is fine. But just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be using multicolored balls so you can track everything that's going on. So of course, some prerequisites. Of course, you should be able to do the box by now. And it would be helpful, but it's not necessary if you can do slammed box and reverse slam box. If you cannot do those yet, I have video tutorials on all of those, so you can check that out. I'll leave it in the description. Okay, so there's 2 ways of going about learning inverted box, and I think the first one is easier if it clicks for you, so let's just do that one first. So you can start with the pattern 4-2-3, and instead of doing this yellow ball on the inside as the 3, you can do it on the outside. And then from here, you can almost start to see how this is already turning into an inverted box pattern, because if I throw this 3 more and more horizontally, I can sort of start to shape it into, I can sort of start to shape it into an inverted box almost. And as I get more and more horizontal, it can just become an inverted box. So this is one method to just learn inverted box. You start with a 4-2-3 pattern like this, and then you just slowly bring it more and more horizontally until you end up with an inverted box. Like this. So you can go ahead and just try that now. If this works for you, it might be quicker to learn inverted box than the normal way. And while this can be a good way to learn, it might end up with your pattern not being fully synchronized like this. It might end up being kind of like asynchronized like that. So I also recommend looking how to do it the other way. But definitely give that version a try because it can be pretty helpful. And it can also give you a good feel for how to do inverted box before you actually start practicing it. So, okay, give that a try, but also check this part out because this is also an important way to learn inverted box. So inverted box is composed of 3 separate throws. You have your right hand vertical throw, you have your left hand vertical throw, and then you have the horizontal ball going over the top like this. So you can practice each of those individually before you build up to the full thing. So the first thing you can practice is this horizontal throw. Now, you're probably used to throwing it horizontally down here, but instead you have to practice throwing it horizontally up here like this. So you bring this hand here, you throw it to this hand like that. And so instead of doing a really long, wide across throw like this, you can sort of bring your hands closer together and your elbows will almost be sort of like windshield wipers going like this. And as you pass it, they come pretty close together. So it's not actually that wide of a throw. If it was like this, the throw would be significantly harder than doing like this. So you can just practice this on its own first before you do anything else. Next thing is to practice the vertical throws and making sure you can bring your hand above where you throw the ball. Because if you can't, then you're not going to be able to catch the ball over it. So you need to practice going boop and then bring your hand above it. And then same with your left side, going boop and then bringing your hand above it. And then you can practice doing it on both sides and practice even throwing the ball above these 2. So imagine there was a horizontal ball that you had to throw back and forth, and you could throw it like boom, 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 like that. So then with just one, you can also practice that, but throwing a clap in. So going 1 clap, 1 clap, 1 clap, and practice that on both sides. And that clap is gonna prove that you have enough time necessary to do inverted box. If you are not able to throw a clap in over that throw, so let's say I go like this and I try to clap and I'm already too late to come down, you won't be able to grab that ball in time to be able to do inverted box. So make sure you can do it with boom, the clap, and then catch. And on both sides. So then you can grab your other ball and practice the same thing, but now just go for a tap of the ball in that hand. So boom like this, and then boom like this. And now, instead of doing just a tap, try to do it as more of a throw. So boom, boom. And again, I really emphasize trying to do like a windshield wiper type motion because both the throw and the catch of each ball sort of happen in one motion of the arm. So the throw of this ball leads into the catch of this ball. So if you watch, I go like that. See how as I moved my hand to catch this ball, all I have to do is release and that throw ends up going to the right spot. So once again, boom, and the throw sort of just happens while I'm going to catch that ball. And then on the way back, the catch of that ball happens while I'm just trying to pretty much do the throw of this ball. So I do the throw, and then as I do the throw, this hand is naturally coming down anyway, and all I have to do is open it and close it to catch that ball. So together it looks like 1, 2, 1, 2, and then practice it on your left side as well. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And so get that really, 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 really solid before you move on. Trust me, I know that's a difficult one, but if you can get that really solid to the point where you can kind of just do it very naturally, that's a very good look. And one more bonus tip while we're here that you can practice with 2 balls is this trick. And even though it's not inverted box, it will kind of get you in the idea of the hand motions that you need. So all you're doing is you're taking 2 balls and you're just switching the hands that they're in, but you're trying to keep this ball on the bottom center, and you're trying to keep this ball on the top doing these wide horizontal throws. And you'll see it sort of creates the motion of inverted box. So each hand is doing a sort of windshield wiper thing. And when I do the transition, this ball is caught very close as I pass it. And I'm just using my hand's natural momentum to catch the other ball. So catch that down ball, and it just ends up like this. So you can also practice that before we finally move on to the 3-ball version of inverted box. So once that feels comfortable, then we can finally practice inverted box. So start the exact same way that you did with 2, where you practiced 1, 2. But now, before this yellow ball comes back to this side, you throw the pink ball. So 1, 2, stop. And at the beginning, you can let that ball drop, 1, 2, stop. But then eventually you try to catch it. 1, 2, stop. 1, 2, stop. And then you get better and better. So 1, 2, 3. And then you try to go for another throw. So 1, 2, 3, stop. And again, let the ball drop if you need to, but then keep going for it. So then 1, 2, 3, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. And then you just get as good as you possibly can with it and go for as many throws as you can. Now this trick will take patience. It's not an easy trick and it will take time, and it's very not intuitive to throw this ball over and catch it over like this. But if you stick with it, this trick is so satisfying to do. It's so fun, and I hope you stick with it so you can understand the joys of being able to do inverted box. So keep practicing that 2-ball drill and then go for 1, 2 and try to get it as solid as you possibly can. And from here, it's kind of just a matter of practice, but yeah, that's how you do inverted box. Now, if you want some more specialized help on learning this or any other trick, I have an online school community where we take people from where they are in juggling to exactly where they want to go. It is a fraction of the price of an actual coach, but you can upload your video of any trick that you're doing and you will get great advice on how to improve or how to make step-by-step changes to your pattern to improve much faster. So if that sounds interesting at all, you can check out the first link in the description. And I hope with or without my personalized help, you are able to learn inverted box, because this is just such a great pattern. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I have a lot more videos coming soon, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of those. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Happy juggling and peace. Turn it to a widow, riding with a dot in the back of the limo. Bass hits hard, yeah, fat like a kilo. A6 on you, whack, I got Dio. Got a bright white keys for the bright white lamp.